Now this is a Bray Station, single-storey building, opened on July 10th, 1854, and the first trains from Dublin were not from Westland Road, as known then. Let's just get across the road here. These new apartments have a good perspective of the station from here. Okay, so it's a vast building, as you can see, single story. That section of the building was known as a first class waiting room, and you can have a very grand way of waiting for a train. Would have been a fire during the summer or during the winter time, and a very opulent waiting room. And on the other side, where the newsagents is, that opened in 1984. There was a pub originally, and the station served trains to Harcourt Street from 1854 to 1958. 1854 to 1927 on this platform beside the station building, and then up from 1927 till 1958 on the known as locally as the Crystal Palace platform. When the Great Southern Railway took over, they put it in the additional platform. So in the distance there you have a footbridge that was replaced in recent years, and then you have the Dublin South Eastern Railway footbridge that was taken down before that. That was extended to accommodate the overhead wires. And in the background there you have the car park, which was the goods yard. There was a turntable there, all swept away by the Dark Construction Works in the early 1980s, and there was the goods yard closed in 1974, but there was additional sidings, and there was a locomotive shed that was there until recent years, was demolished. So it was, up until the 1950s, it was a very, very busy station with extensive staff to accommodate the locos and the infrastructure that took at the time. So ever since the Dart came in, it's kind of a low key really, just stabling the darts in where the locos were originally, and you have known as Wicklow sidings down at the slopes of Bray Head side before it sweeps around the Bray Head, go onwards to Bray, onwards to Greystones even. So in the distance there you have a couple of doors. That would have been the station master's house, and it's in serious disrepair. It's mad to think with the homeless crisis in this country, you have all these abandoned houses that are just in the hands of NAMA, and that's how they stay. So it's at least, I don't know, maybe 15 years since it was inhabited. NAMA took over 12 years ago, so someone somewhere must have some idea what's going to happen to them eventually. But it's sad if it's demolished. You know, it's these buildings date back to the 1850s, I believe. So where I'm standing now are new apartments, Dorgan Hall, which is a fitting tribute to William Dorgan, the pioneer and engineer who was responsible for the railway coming to Bray, responsible for Bray as we know it, you know, the Quinsborough Road, the main thoroughfare down to the station from the main street. So the old Bray was linked with the new Bray, and he, along with John Brennan, the Bray became a very fashionable seaside resort, and he was responsible for the early days of the promenade and the infrastructure that went with it. And it was a Brighton of Bray. It was based on Brighton, and had a magnificent hotel. Bloody hell. The Minton Hotel in the background there was International Hotel that was burnt down in 1974, and that structure there in front of us is the only reminder of that time. So I hope to do more videos on Bray. I haven't been out here. I've only been out here. This is my second time out here since my illness, so I'll try and get this posted up, and look forward to making more videos in the coming, before Christmas anyway.